Yo, new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share this shit, gang. Hey, real quick, I'm finna give y'all the story of why T.I. and Lil Flip beef started initially in the first place. So, by 2006, T.I. had, no, this 2004 or 5, my fault. T.I. had, his album was out, Urban Legend. That's the CD where he had ASAP on it and all that shit. And You Don't Know Me. Like, T.I. was on the come up. Like, that CD right there pushed him up into the next album, which was King. So, bow. T.I. was on this, he the king of the South shit, you know what I'm saying? And tell you the truth, everybody was quiet. Like, didn't nobody really, you know what I'm saying, contest that he was the king. You had, you know what I'm saying, you had niggas hearing that, but couldn't nobody fuck with Tip on that at that time. Like, Tip was on fire, basically. So, Lil Flip is the nigga, you know what I'm saying, who really didn't like that shit. And at the time, Lil Flip was buzzing too. Lil Flip buzz was actually hotter than T.I.'s. He had that song with Real Bitches Get Down on the Flow. Like, folks was buzzing. I don't think Game Over was out yet. It might have been, but basically Flip was hotter than Tip. So, T.I. had a concert in, Lil Flip had a concert in Atlanta. And he was backstage, and just so happened, T.I., Tiny Wife, and her homegirl was there. And let T.I. tell it, he was back there, like, trying to get them to cater to his success or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like, nigga, I'm Lil Flip. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas do in the position of power. And they wasn't really going. They like, shit, T.I. the king of the South. What you mean? And Flip was like, T.I.? He like, yeah, well, y'all tell T.I. I got something for him tonight. And basically, they say this shit is on camera. No one's ever seen the footage. We only know from people that was actually there at the show. So, and let motherfuckers that was there tell it back then. To this day, they saying Flip did disrespect T.I. But Flip saying he never said nothing about T.I. when he was on stage. Basically, he lying. He said, okay, when he first started his set, he said, who the king of the South? And everybody was like, T.I., T.I. And Lil Flip said, tell T.I. I said, eat a dick. And then he dropped, it was a diss track, basically. No, he dropped King. He had a song called King, too. So, he dropped King. So, at this time, T.I. is locked up. He was locked up for weapon and dope charges. But he got out like 6-7 months later. And he did a show. And when in the middle of T.I.'s set, T.I. said, matter of fact, I'm tripping. It was a show to where T.I. and Flip was on it, but it was like how they do super jams and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like back then it was called something different. But T.I. went out before Flip and he said, I heard your punk ass in the stage, in the tenders of the show or some shit, bring your punk ass to the stage. He said, I got something. He spit a dope ass freestyle. He fucked Flip up on that shit. But as we know, well, y'all probably don't know, Lil Flip is the freestyle king. Like, he cold with that freestyle and shit. He always been, he still is. But T.I. just overshadowed him. You know how it is when a new rapper comes, just like 50 did Ja Rule, and I got that story coming too. When that new energy come, people just tend to drift, you know what I'm saying, to what's hot. That's just how people is. It's just the nature of a person being fake. You don't know you fake, but you're fake as fuck. You just don't realize it. If this was your favorite artist, then another nigga come out and shut him down and you riding with him, that's some fake shit. That's like that's like your homie got the hands in high school. He whooping everybody ass, then a nigga whoop his ass. Now you start hanging with that nigga. You a fake ass nigga. Fuck nigga. But yeah, so T.I. spit the freestyle. And let Flip tell it. If you watch Beef 2, he claimed that they tried to get to the stage, but the security wouldn't let him on stage. So, T.I. funny as hell. T.I., he spit his freestyle. He had the crowd rocking with him. So, bow. Now, T.I. got the edge up on Flip. So, Lil Flip claimed, oh, T.I. did the mixtape. He did a mixtape with Scarface all through the mixtape, talking about Flip. You know what I'm saying? Basically, not that he ain't this and because Lil Flip said Scarface is the king of the South. And Scarface is telling T.I., I don't give a fuck about the King of the South title shit. You can have that shit. So it's basically making Lil Flip looks dumb as hell because Lil Flip is from Texas and Scarface from Texas, you know what I'm saying? So he look up to him and you shitting on him. Like, that's kind of bogus a Scarface too. I don't give a fuck, OG, my ass. You supposed to ride with your city. Like, that's how I feel about it anyway. But, okay, so T.I. in Texas, he straight went to, the Lil Flip hood, the Cloverland, whatever the fuck they call it. And niggas was outside and T.I. dropped the window like, where Lil Flip at? They called Lil Flip and them niggas was like, yeah, it fucked me up. T.I. pulled up and they said it fucked them up even more when Lil Flip pulled up. Cause they like, these niggas ain't finna fight. You know how niggas look at rappers and shit. But T.I. was straight on that shit. So Flip pulled up. T.I. swing on Flip. Flip swing back. One of them fall. One of their homies pull out a blick over with. Shoot that motherfucker. Did nobody get hit, but he shot that motherfucker. So that's pretty much like, it didn't end right there, but that pretty much was like the only time that they ran into each other and shit. And you know what I'm saying, actually had some type of altercation. But the niggas in Flip Hood told it all. They like, he not known for that. He was a basketball player in school. He just know how to rap good. Same way with ESTG. ESTG, y'all didn't know he was in college playing football. He just started rapping. Same way with Master P. Master P was in the NBA. Y'all got to do y'all fucking research. Shout out J-Man. It hit different. Do your motherfucking research. You will know all this shit. Same way I know it. So, yeah, man. T.I. and Lil Flip, that was one of the 2000 beefs that was funny as hell to me, man. I just had to touch on that game. I know I be leaving shit out, but I be so fried. Like, I have it all in my head before I turn this camera on. Then some of that shit will go blank. So if y'all remember something that happened with that situation, y'all can tell me too down in the comment box, gang. My word ain't the end all be all. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Pretty much after that beef right there, T.I. took the fuck off. Like, his next album was King, and we all know what came with King. King is when he had the movie out, what the fuck? ATL. He dropped ATL, and then he had that track, What You Know About That. That was around 2006. That's when Tip escalated, was on top. 50 Cent was cooling down, yeah, I know. Luda cooled down. All them came out in like 2003, 2002 or whatever. Everybody was hot. Nelly was hot. But once Tip dropped King, he kind of, you know what I'm saying, sort of above all them. So Tip did his thing. And one thing I can say about Tip, he stood on that King shit. Like, he, you know what I'm saying, they can say what they want about him. Featherweight, little nigga, like, but he was standing on business, like, early in the game. So, and that's why he still got that crown today as the king. And nobody could test that shit. It might be some little young nigga somewhere, but Tip was that nigga, still is that nigga. Y'all jump in that comment box, man. Let me know if y'all remember this beef. Was y'all too young? Did y'all know anything I said? Do y'all know anything else? Like I said, drop that shit in the comment box. Let me know something. Gang.